fresh salvos at Donald Trump. Now, she has posted on social media platform X, and I quote, "Donald Trump is weak. He seeks flattery from dictators. Weak, and he has in fact demeaned America's military as weak." Now, he has also called for terminating the Constitution. So this is the statement that is in fact coming in from Kamala Harris just about 48 hours before the US elections. Now, a very strong worded statement that is coming in from Kamala Harris. She took to the platform X and has in fact said, and I quote, that Donald Trump is weak. He seeks flattery from dictators. Weak. He has demeaned America's military. Weak. He has called for terminating the Constitution week. So it's a very interesting fight that is of course going on as far as the United States is concerned, with just about 48 hours left. It is going to be the last leg of the campaign that is of course going on as far as the elections in United States is concerned. Now let me go across to my colleague Siddhant. Siddhant, just last leg of the election that is of course going on. All eyes on the result day, which is of course 5th of November. What are you picking up from ground? Which side is the pendulum swinging at this point?
Well, look, Sharon, U.S. is witnessing perhaps one of the most polarized elections in maybe last 20, 25 years, and this is a social media post which is coming Vice President Kamala Harris and perhaps hitting at former President Donald Trump, where Kamala Harris says that Donald Trump is weak. He seeks flattery from dictators. Weak. He has deemed America's military weak. He has called for termination of the Constitution weak. Now, she is putting emphasis on the word weak and perhaps also trying to remind the Americans that regarding the statement which Donald Trump made, that he is going to use the American army against all those who have opposed him or perhaps called them anti-America. So she is reminding the people of America about that one statement of Donald Trump, and also several other statements which Donald Trump had made in the past. So it's perhaps, Sharon, it's the polling has reached at the final leg, and post 5th of November, the world will get to know who's going to be the next U.S. president. And this is the reason that in the final leg, we could expect more war of words, more war of words, and more these two candidates getting more active on social media platform, perhaps speaking against each other, maybe in next 48 hours.
Thank you, Siddhant, for getting us all those details. Now, as race to the White House heats up, CNN News 18 Sanjay Suri reports on how Indian-American vote continues to remain critical for the United States presidential election. Take a look at this report.
The Indian-American vote could be critical in this election coming up. In all the battleground states, this vote is greater than the smallest projected margin of victory. So in a close finish, this vote among more than 5 million Indian Americans in the US could very well decide who gets into the White House. The vote is divided, but not evenly. The Carnegie Center said in a report published on the eve of the election that Democrats still command the majority of the Indian vote, but that this majority is diminishing as the Trump camp gains ground. Both sides are, of course, campaigning very hard. The Democrats are understandably excited, particularly because the candidate they are campaigning for happens to be an Indian American.
Now, with just 48 hours left for the US election results, which is on 5th November, CNN News 18 team will in fact be getting you all the latest updates from ground. So stay tuned on CNN News 18.